Good morning, Mueller Mustangs. Buenos dias. This is Miss Nacheli. I'm happy to be leading your assembly today. Today's assembly is going to be about our habit 5, which is an important habit, which is seek first to understand and then to be understood. And we're going to talk about how it's so important to try to understand what other people are going through in order for us to be good friends and to be able to support each other. We are going through a really hard time right now through this pandemic, and I see the light, and I know that there's with the vaccine and with everything that's happening, hopefully things are going to go back, um, or go to even a better place. But I do want to say that it has been really hard on a lot of people, including myself and a lot of community members and family members. um, so this video kind of puts things into perspective in the scenes that sometimes when things go when things are really hard, it's oftentimes we can focus on our struggle and how hard it is on us. This video, I like it because it kind of encourages to look at others and figure out, like, kind of see that others have their own struggle too, um, giving you perspective. So I hope you enjoy it, and we'll talk a little bit more about it when it's done. as this video shows, everybody's going through different things, and we have no idea sometimes what other people are going through, the difficulties that they might be facing at home, the challenges they might be having with their family members and loved ones. So it's always so important for us to keep an open mind and be in that mindset where we want to understand where the other person's coming from, and we're open to that. In our next video, we're going to kind of talk about a little bit of tools that we can use. So why is it important to be present and mindful when we are with other people? That includes like our friends, our family members, people that are opening up to us. What's the difference between just being there and like hearing them out versus like really listening, and why it's important. So I hope you enjoy this video also.
It's been a hard year for Harry. Stress, COVID, and now he got dumped by his girlfriend. And why did she dump him?
She gave me a bunch of crap about me not listening to her enough or something. I don't know, I wasn't really paying attention.
Maybe Harry should have followed habit number 5 of highly effective teens. Seek first to understand. This habit is all about how you listen to others. There are effective ways of listening and ineffective ways of listening.
Sir? Sir, are you listening to me, sir? Sir, I'm talking to you! Sir, are you aware that there is waste in your water system?
Let's go over some of the ineffective ways of listening so you know what to avoid. First, spacing out. This is when you start thinking about something else instead of thinking about the conversation you're currently having.
I told Carl nobody, no matter how famous their parents are, nobody is allowed to climb on the dinosaur. But of course, this went right in one ear.
I love how he cares so much about stuff. If I squint, I can pretend he's Alan Alda.
Second, selective listening. This is when you only listen to the parts of a conversation that you find interesting.
I've got to be honest with you, George. I think your son has natural ability. He holds the record like Agassi. One day he may be number one.
Third, pretend listening. This is when you aren't actually listening at all, but you do things like nod or laugh to make it seem like you're listening. And fourth, word listening. This is a tricky one. Word listening is when you only listen to the words a person is saying, instead of listening to the emotions, feelings, or attitude behind the words. This is actually what we mean when we say seek to understand. When you listen for how a person is really thinking or feeling, based on how they're speaking, rather than simply what they're saying. And if that sounds confusing to you, then you've got to understand this. 53% of what a person is trying to say is really nonverbal communication. What they're saying with their facial expressions, their eyes, the way they stand, their hand gestures. 40% of what a person is trying to say is the tone they use when they speak. For example,
Thank you to the Academy for this.
Has a much different meaning than
Oh wow, thank you so much!
the tone gives off different meaning. And only 7% of what a person is trying to communicate is said through the actual words they use. This means, to really understand someone, you gotta pay attention to what is not being said. But how can you do this? By reflective listening. Just like a mirror which doesn't judge or give advice, you need to reflect back what you are understanding from your conversation with others, based on their tone, their unspoken language, and the words they use. You can reflective listen by using the following script. It sounds like you're feeling insert emotion about insert situation. Here are some examples. It sounds like you're feeling annoyed that your teacher gave you more homework tonight. It sounds like you're happy about finding your lost keys. It sounds like you're feeling upset about what she said about you. Reflective listening will help you really listen while truly understanding what the person is trying to communicate. So the next time you find your mind wandering while someone else is talking to you, remember, seek to understand.
Okay, now that we've reviewed some of the skills that you can use to be a good listener and a good friend, I hope you can put those into practice in your life. and just continue to it's a habit, right? So you continue to do it, and sometimes you're going to do great at it. Sometimes you're going to not do so great, and that's okay. That's why we practice, and we build these habits for ourselves, um, to just be better people. So before we end, I do want to make a quick announcement. We will be having the Great Kindness Challenge starting next week already. I can't believe it. It's going to look different because it's going to be a virtual setting, but we will begin with Spirit Days. And Monday is Dress Like Your Favorite Teacher Day, past and present. So if you ever had a teacher that inspired you, or that had just like that unique look, that you thought was fun, have fun with it and dress like them, and honor their kindness, because I know teachers are amazing. They're always giving so much of themselves. And so it's a great opportunity to honor those teachers that really touched, and made a difference in your life. Okay, everybody, have a great weekend. Bye.